Hey there, folks. Welcome back for I'ma Push Buttons. And as you can see, we are playing Tecmo Super Bowl on the Super Nintendo. I am very excited. Been a long time since I've been able to play this game. And I have already set up the season in terms of like I made my playbook what I want it to be. I've picked my team. I'll get to that in just 1 second. This is gonna auto skip to that. You get to see this is about where teams we're sitting in the 90s in terms of who wins what. But anyway, I know a lot of you are chomping at the bit. More Diddy Kong Racing, you're saying. I know. There's a clamor for it, but I am waiting for some. So there's some oil, some lube that I'm going to use on the controller. I don't know if you heard it was squeaking a lot, and I understand that that's a great way to stop it is to do that. So I'm waiting for that to come in so I can fix the controller, and then I'll get back to Diddy Kong. But let's go ahead and do this. And as you'll be able to see here, I am playing with the Washington Redskins because when I was growing up, there were two teams that I loved. And it was the Redskins, mostly because of Art Monk. I loved Art Monk. And also the 49ers. But the 49ers are OP in this game. It's ridiculous. I was like, it's not going to be fun for you to watch because I'm just going to... you don't have to be good at this game to be able to win with the 49ers. You can just push any plays pretty much and it'll autocomplete. So the Redskins, they're a good team. They were a good team back in the 90s. They're a good team here. But they're not overpowered. Ernest Miner for the first down. Redskins come out with an authoritative first play. Brings up 2nd and 10 as they creep towards midfield. Rippin in shotgun formation. Drops back, looking, sees an open man. Ernest Miner once again. Is he a running back or receiver? We don't know, but he is to the 30. And he's going to be brought down. Oh no, he fights off the defenders. Brought down at the 20. Two plays. And the Redskins already in striking distance of the goal line. Lines up at the 20. And running play to shake things up. Ernest Miner once again putting the moves on slowly against the Dallas Cowboys. Touchdown. Third play of the drive. Unstoppable. Ernest Miner racking up the yards already. Will Miller for the kick. Chips it in. He could do that in his sleep. Backwards. With his eyes closed. Will Miller to kick off. Alvin Harper, a dangerous return man, coming out from his own 3-yard line. Brought down just after the 10-yard. Great special teams effort there by the Redskins. And they will pick it up well short of the 20-yard line. Emmitt Smith, always a danger. We'll see if he can break things open in the first play. Charles Mann says no! No, sir. Charles Mann making the move, brings Aikman down. And momentum is already against this Dallas Cowboy team. Charles Mann inexplicably on his face. But the Redskin defense is able to close in and take out Smith before he can gain too much. Aikman back in shotgun, wisely trying to avoid that ridiculous pass rush from Washington. Oh man, almost gets there, almost bats the ball down, but the ball is airborne and batted away by the Redskins defense. And that'll bring up 4th down and a ton. And the Redskins are going to be forced to punt it almost in their own end zone. Cowboys. Did I say Redskins? I meant the Cowboys. Gets off a decent punt, a little low, not a lot of hang time there. Barely past midfield. Gonna bring it out for a 7-yard return. Redskins taking over on the Dallas side of the field. And we'll see the Redskins open up with a barrage of aerial attacks. Oh! Dallas sees it, and the blitz. Rippin has to throw it away. Dallas seeming not wanting to be taken advantage of as they were in that first play. And another blitz. And Rippin lets another one go. And it is caught by Ernest Miner. Is there any other receiver on the Redskin team? It doesn't matter because Ernest Miner is all they need. And under pressure, Rippin is able to complete a pass and whittle away at the Cowboys' confidence. Coming back again. Wide open is Harry. Who the heck is Harry? I thought that was Art Monk. But it's Harry. Yay, Harry. Who the heck is Harry? Number 24? That's Carl Harry? Really? But hey! A jacked Mark Rippin a completely jacked Mark Rippon with arms the size of legs makes a completion to a receiver that this announcer clearly didn't even know was on the team. But that's just how good and how deep the Redskin team is. Another kickoff to Harper, who's going to wisely touch back, does not want any of that devastating Redskin return team, special team shenanigans. The Cowboys bring it out at their own 20. Most assuredly, Smith is going to get the ball on this play. He does not. Dallas choosing to air it out as well. And they are going to do not complete the pass. Aikman 0 for 2, I believe, at this point. Not looking fantastic, but to be fair, men were well covered. Has not really had an open look so far today, due largely to the pressure coming from Charles Mann, who brings it on again and is able to bat the ball down or bat it away. And even though there were 17 Redskins under the ball, none of them were able to get the interception, but that's just how things go. In the land of Tecmo, batted balls cannot be intercepted. Man lines up, smells, run, and is there to shut down Smith at the line of scrimmage, and we are just seeing absolutely no offense from this Dallas team. It is a sad state of affairs for Dallas fans everywhere. Brian Mitchell, not the greatest run. Bring it out to the 45 to start the second quarter. 14-0. Fantastic lead by the Redskins. Rippon with a pitch out to Biner. Biner breaks to the middle, gets the first down. And it does not seem like there is anything in heaven or hell that could possibly stop this Redskins team from getting into the end zone on every single possession. They are that amazing. Or another player that I had no clue existed, Terry Orr, is going to zigzag his way to the 10 before he is brought down. Once again, the Redskins pressing into the Cowboys, the Dallas red zone. Again, unstoppable, but yet to see any receptions from the posse, Clark, Sanders, or Monk. Let's see if they can change that here. Throws to Sanders, batted away. Not wanting to, it seems the posse is well covered, is well accounted for. It's only Biner that is left wide open play after play. Rippon drops back. Has an open man. McGee! Another one that's not the posse, but hey, we'll roll with it. Mr. McGee, better known as Tim McGee, with a touchdown. Redskins go up 20-0. Rippon looking like he could wear a cape and go out for superhero shenanigans after the game. 21-0. This game is a blowout. Better that than a loss. Probably see some tighter games from the Redskins later on in the season. At the very beginning, the league tends to be a little softer for the first 5 games. Then the curve goes up quite a bit. Screw it. Here we go. Aikman not liking his chances, probably about to crap his pants, not wanting to get another sack. Oh, and man goes down, sprawls on the ground. Wide open is the entire Cowboys team. No, the Redskins defense swarms, despite what it seemed to be before he threw the ball, and they are just on these Cowboy receivers like clothes on a human being. Smith going to try to take it outside. He breaks to the outside, is able to turn the corner, and probably gets the first significant yardage gain for the Cowboys. 3rd and 2. Probably going to try to go over the top or right down the middle, punch it in, and he does so. Is not able to break for the big yards, but is enough for a first down. And the Cowboys move the chains for the first time in the game, showing that they actually have an offense that is somewhat capable. Aikman back in a shotgun. You'd think they'd stick with a running game, stick with what works, with Smith providing the only gains, but does not. And Charles Mann comes up with another big sack on first down, putting Dallas in a tight spot. If they are going to run the ball, Smith is going to have to go crazy to be able to make up those yards. And the play that got him there before, Smith makes a turn, lots of speed. 6-yard gain, very good for a second down in general, but not when they were staring at a 3rd and 19. And Charles Mann taking a tumble, Aikman has his own choice of targets and is able to get the first down despite a great defensive effort by the Redskins on second down. And once again, Dallas is starting to move the chains. This is actually starting to look something like a football game.
Round 52, round 52.
Aikman calling an audible at the line. Charles Mann once again just doing all kinds of weird things at the line, being bounced around like a ping pong ball. Went from being superhuman to super not human. He's going to try another approach. And once again, his bounce back takes his turn. Aikman throws to a wide open Michael Irvin. Catches the ball. It is going to be a Dallas touchdown. No! The Redskins secondary is too fast. They're too fast and too furious. They bring Irving down just inside the 5-yard line, and we're going to see now what the Redskin goal line defense can do. Charles Mann not somersaulting, careening off into the oblivion, and is able to bring down Smith. And Dallas, with 23 seconds left on the clock, makes a curious decision to go for a field goal. The first time they're actually in the red zone, and they're going to kick it before the Redskins can sack them out of position. And looks like they will go into the locker room 21-3. They will be kicking off to Washington. Washington probably will not have the time to get a playoff. But Mitchell is going to try to run it out of bounds and give Rippon a chance with a long ball to see if they can just somehow pick up an extra score before the half. Why not? Rippon drops back. With the arms the size of his, he's certainly capable of making a 100-yard throw. Throws into the entire Dallas team waiting for that. We're not fooled. And we go into halftime with Redskins up 21-3. Skipping the halftime show, look at the stats. Ernest Bynard, 2 carries for 29 yards. Smith, 5 carries for 16 yards. Much less impressive. Overall, it really is the passing game that sets Washington apart right now. They will be kicking off. Dallas has shown they can make it. They are able to march the ball down the field, so we may actually see their first touchdown coming in at the top of this first half, or the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. Good gravy. I am completely off the mark here. Charles Mann hoping to weave his way in between the defenders. Able to get it off to Johnston, better known as Moose. Moose, 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 Moose. The audience cheers for Moose. Getting closer to that first down. Cowboys showing that they are not demoralized. Man tangled up at the beginning is going to find another Michael Irvin wide open. The Redskins secondary will bring him down.
First down.
At the 40-yard line or just beyond. Redskin defense seems to be pretty soft on the pass. If Mann's not able to get that pressure on early, they're just getting picked apart. Oh, but Mann makes a jumping, sliding sack from at least 25 yards away, and Aikman goes down for what I think is at least the third or fourth time today.
Blue 43.
Charles Mann, always a threat to be wary of when he is still on his feet. Oh! Smith jukes Mann out of his ankles and bounces him away. He is rebuffed by Smith's well-toned backside. I don't know. And Daryl Johnson going to run the ball. Not quite fast enough. 4th down and 4. Are they going to go for it? No, they are going to go. Well, they are going to go for a field goal attempt, which will cut into the Redskin lead. But at this point in the game, they got to really wonder if they should have gone for it. Is able to get the kick away, and it ricochets in. 21-6. Lynn Elliott representing the only Cowboy who is capable of scoring this day against this formidable Washington team. Brian Mitchell going to bring it out. Gets past the 20, headed for the 30, looking for daylight, runs backwards, and is going to have an abysmal run back. Still well past the 20. Rippon, good field position, sits back calmly in the pocket. Goes for the... Oh, and it is picked off by Jay Washington! On an otherwise amazing game by Rippon, he throws an interception with all the time in the world. And Dallas takes over now, well within Redskin territory. And it's going to be up to that Washington defense to keep Dallas from closing the gap. This what looked to be a blowout initially, and he throws. It is no good. The pass is no good. Similar to the way a kick would be no good if it was not caught in the end zone. Anywho, Emmitt Smith plugging away is able to get past man, but not able to get past the Redskins line. 3rd and 8. Aikman back in shotgun. Going to be looking to put the ball in the end zone here. Charles Mann with the pressure, but he completes the pass anyway. Not enough for a touchdown, but a first down. Puts him on the goal line. Aikman to Irvin proving to be the 1-2 punch, the dynamic duo that Dallas needs. And Smith gets in on a controversial call. Clearly he's nowhere into the end zone right now, but for whatever reason the refs saw that he crossed the plane or thought that he crossed the plane. There is no instant review or instant replay, so we'll just have to accept it as is. And Dallas now pulling within 2 scores. Thought we might see an onside kick there, but no, they're going to give it to the Redskins. Mitchell again, bringing it past the 20. Hopefully he'll be able to hold on to the ball. Breaks it past the 30 to about the 35. Redskins really looking for a score here to loosen up the tension. There's a blitz. He gets the ball off. He completes it to the X, but the X doesn't count as a player, and so it brings up 2nd down and 10. Dallas suddenly seems to be wise to all the Redskin machinations. Seems to remember the playbook, and again with the blitz. And again, Rippon has to throw it away. The pressure is on. Washington goes back to the ground game. Back to Biner, who got it started for them. And he is going to break it wide open for a first down past the 50.
First down.
And admittedly, this is probably what the Redskins should be doing at this point, which is keeping the ball on the ground, running out the clock, keeping the hot Dallas offense from getting back onto the field. And they will do that again. Biner running up the sideline. He's keeping it safe for a first down. Going to the 4th quarter, it is Washington 21, Dallas 13. Redskins with the ball. Slowing their pace a little bit from the high-flying area assault that had netted them their high lead. They're now proving that they can also take the ball onto the ground. Ernest Biner fighting off the entire Dallas team as he zigs and zags his way to a touchdown. Redskins putting the game all but out of reach from Dallas. You can tell there's a hush over the stadium, even though I think it is actually RFK that they're playing. And no, apparently at this side of the end zone they are in Dallas. That actually could have been a pretty significant game changer, as it would have allowed Dallas to pull within 2 touchdowns. As it is now, they have a long way to go. That 4 minutes and 29 seconds is only 4 minutes and 29 seconds. In Tecmo world, in real world, it's probably about 2 minutes. So Dallas is essentially needing to get 2 touchdowns off of a 2-minute drill. It'll be exciting. We'll see if they can pull it off, or if the Redskins will be able to close out what has been a very authoritative and amazing offensive and defensive performance. They loosened up a little bit in their passing defense, but they have kept Smith so far to very modest yardage. A fake fools everyone. Aikman airs it out once again for Michael Irvin, who is covered this time and is unable to bring in the ball. 3rd and 13 for the Cowboys. As we know, this might as well be 2nd because they most assuredly will be going for it on 4th at this point. They have no other choice. Aikman, with all the time in the world, airs it out, and the Redskin defense once again comes up with a fantastic stop. And as we saw, the Cowboys will go for it on 4th down. Redskin pass rush blitz finally gets in and brings on a side change. And the Redskins more than likely are going to run out the clock. But I think this team has shown itself to be too dynamic for the mundane running, and they're going to air it out, try to get Rippon some more yards. Ernest Biner once again started the game off with an authoritative performance. Once again able to bring in what I think is either his 2nd or 3rd touchdown of the day. The former Brown really contributing to this Redskin offense this season. Redskins up 35-13, already looking like a contender for the Super Bowl. It seems too early to call it. But to be honest, when you're seeing stats like this and a performance like this against the Dallas Cowboys, who happen to, if we can go a little bit meta at this point, grace the cover of the box, the Redskins are going to be virtually unstoppable this season. Until they aren't. Charles Mann tied up at the line, breaks free, gets a hit on Aikman, putting some miles on the quarterback, letting him know, hey, I'm here. And Aikman fittingly backs up in the shotgun, not wanting any piece of Mann. Mann breaks free, and he gets the sack! Charles Mann with an amazing defensive performance, putting on a clinic. And speaking of clinic, it looks like Troy Aikman's off to one. Going down, he has had enough. I don't know if that injury's real or feigned, but I certainly don't blame him. And somebody named Millen is stepping in as QB for the Redskins. Things could, for the Cowboys, things could not possibly be going worse for them. Oh, and there's a pass rush, bringing the Dallas Cowboys down on their own 1-yard line. And Dallas looking for an option to just call it quits, throw in the towel, throw up the white flag of surrender, but the Redskins will have none of it. The fans will have none of it. They are out for blood. Charles Mann coming in and takes Millen down for a safety. An unprecedented defensive effort by Charles Mann and these Washington Redskins. An onside kick, a pitiful hope. And Mark Rippon somehow bringing it back. And all of that managing to eat up almost none of the play clock. Redskins with 2:26 left all day. Rippon chased out of the pocket, gets it off to, would have been McGee, but it was broken up by the Dallas defense, who decided to show up a little bit. Rippon back in shotgun, looking for a little more time, hoping to find Monk. Let's go for Harry again. Who the heck is Harry? We don't know. Coach Gibbs probably going to check the roster and make sure Art Monk is on there. Stadium is pretty quiet. Fans of both teams have pretty much left. Everybody but the people who are right at the periphery of the field here. They're still here, but most everybody else has left. This is just an amazing blowout. Redskins are having an inverted tailgate party in the parking lot, enjoying their first victory of the season. Dallas fans dejectedly hanging their head, shuffling out towards their car to languish in DC traffic for 6 hours before they can get out of the city limits. Washington, more than likely, well, they've still got their starters in, but the starters are decidedly not playing hard. Oh, Charles Mann just decided to go on a slip and slide, completely whiffs the quarterback. He's just drunk with happiness. And after a game like this, can you really blame him? Another blitz. Millen's able to get the ball off. It is incomplete. Redskin defense is swarming, not wanting to let Dallas break that 14-point mark and make it look like they actually managed to score 2 touchdowns against this formidable defense. Charles Mann almost pass deflected. Pass incomplete. Would say Dallas is missing Troy Aikman right now, but well, actually Aikman was able to connect earlier on with Michael Irvin several times, and had he been able to stay in the game, we might have seen a little bit closer affair. Rick Graff picking up the sack as Charles Mann gets tied up at the line. And we'll see if Washington can put the ball in the end zone for the umpteenth time today. And it looks like he will. Biner essentially walking in the end zone untouched. Celebrating as Redskins go up 51-13. Well, almost was Shirley Biner with a 100-yard game with a football the size of a pea. But that's okay. Who cares about scale and perspective when you win by this much? 51-13. A fantastic showing by the Washington team. There's no doubt they will be a team that is to be contended with, most assuredly, at least until 2020. Harper running it back. Doesn't even make it to the 20. 13 seconds left. My gosh, the Dallas fans the Dallas team must be saying, when will our torment end? And as they're looking to air the ball out to to close out the game. It could very well be the last play. Interception! Not able to run it back, but the Redskins 51-13 over the Dallas Cowboys. We see Washington 104 yards on the ground, 163 in the air. A nice, well-balanced ground and air attack. Dallas 126 yards passing. You wouldn't know it from the score. 5 first downs, so they were able to move the ball, were able to move the chains, but just not anywhere near as much as the Redskins. Mark Rippon, 53% for 163 yards. Field position was definitely the determining factor there. Washington able to close it out, even though their stats were not all that much better than the Dallas Cowboys. And as we head into week 2, you have to wonder, can any team stop the Redskins? We will see. Gonna have a doubleheader here. Whew. It's exciting, huh? Giants beat Tampa Bay. And Washington is going to go to the second week of the regular season up against the Phoenix Cardinals. We can only hope this game is somewhat closer than the last one, but considering the Cardinals are incredibly lackluster this season, it's going to be an interesting turn of events. Brian Mitchell able to break free to the 40, before he's brought down at the 41. Redskins take over just outside of Cardinal territory. Ripping back in the shotgun on first down, looking to blow this game wide open. Airs it out to Harry, who, though somewhat slow, seems to be pretty dependable and is able to bring it down to the Cardinals' 19. Redskins opening it up, showing that they mean business and that they have not lost a step in their week since crushing the Dallas Cowboys. Ernest Biner finding his way to the outside, not able to get a first down, stopped just shy. 2 more yards to punch it home. Redskins threatening early here. Biner mixing it up just inside the 5-yard line. And the Redskins threatening to score here with just over 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Rippon probably could have ran that in, but chose instead to try to pass it off, and incomplete, batted down by the Cardinals' defensive line. Washington back on the ground game, and Biner once again is going to walk in, does a little dance in the end zone, hands in the air like he just doesn't care. But he does, because he's number 1, and I love you, Mom. Will Miller chips in. Did I just say that? The extra point, and Washington up 7-0 on a drive that is very reminiscent of their last drive against the Dallas Cowboys. Bailey to bring it out from the end zone. Feeling a little cocky, feeling pretty good about his running chances. And he does break it out past the 20. He's breaking it out past the 30. He is going to the 40 and is brought down just inside, just past the 36-yard line, giving the Cardinals fantastic field position. Washington is going to take a quick gander at the offense, see what their weapons are, what their strengths are. And it is not going to be going against Charles May, who easily runs over the running back for an 8-yard loss on the play. Man was not fooled on that and was able to chase down the receiver. Another running play brought to nothing. Cardinals just going the wrong direction with the ball. Somebody should tell them their run plays should net positive gains, not negative. And they must have realized that they've gone for pass play, but the play was chosen, and the coverage was too great. Unable to complete the ball through 6 Redskin defenders. And on their first possession of the game, the Cardinals will punt it away. It's a high punt, it's a good punt, it's a solid punt, disappearing into the stands, disappearing behind the fans, almost all the way back to the Redskins goal line. Brian Mitchell has the work cut out for him, only managed to get it out to the 15-yard line, but does put the Redskins in decent field position considering how big of a punt that was. Rippon once again back in shotgun on first down, looking his options. Lets it loose to McGee. McGee able to catch the ball. Gets it down to the 35-yard line on the Tecmo logo.
Blue 43. Blue 43.
Redskins putting the ball back on the ground. Biner caught behind the line for a 2-yard loss, marking the first time the Redskins have suffered a loss in 2 games,
Blue 48.
showing they are not unfallible. They are not unstoppable. And Cardinals saw that play coming a mile away, brings Biner back down for another loss. As we close out the first quarter, go into the second quarter, Redskins probably going to be looking to air the ball out this
Blue 43.
play. And they do. Rippon drops back. Finds an open man in Sanders. Sanders with a catch and a first down. Breaking out to the 50. Brought down at the 48-yard line. First down, Redskins. First real showing we've seen from the lauded posse of the Redskins. Sanders and Monk still MIA. Or bloops the ball out as he tries apparently to squish it between his hands. Not entirely sure what strategy that was. Brings up second down for the Redskins. Rippon drops back. Again to McGee. McGee not able to bring it in. And Washington facing third down and 10 for the second time this game.
Blue 43. Blue
Rippon
43.
once again in shotgun formation, showing pass. The blitz. Rippon able to get rid of the ball, but it is batted away by Swan. And Redskins faced with their first down, first 4th and 10 at the 50. Too long for a field goal, too short for a punt. Cancel, and it looks like the Redskins are going for it. The fans are on their feet. The stadium's in an uproar. And it's not going to pay off. The blitz comes in. Mike Rippon gets the ball away, and he manages to complete it to McGee for a first down.
Down.
Oh my goodness gracious, what a clutch play by this Washington Redskin team. And they're able to march the ball down despite the Cardinals putting up a good bit of defense there. The Redskins just say, no sir, not today. Rippon airs it out for Harry, who runs slow as molasses, but is still able to catch the ball and get down within the Cardinals' 10-yard line.
Red 24. Red 24.
Once again, Cardinals choose to play, are keen on stopping Biner. Biner not able to get in, brought down after a loss of 1.
Ready. Set.
Redskins go again to the pass, and Mark Rippon throws it away. The Cardinals seem to be inside the Redskins huddle. This has to be some kind of shenanigans. Oh, and they are not able to pick this play, and Biner's not able to make the cut. Is able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Cardinals able to hold Washington to a field goal. Miller boots it in. Redskins up 10-0 over the Cardinals. The Cardinals doing a phenomenal job of shutting down the Redskin offense on 2 different drives. Bailey having, actually had a pretty good run the last time. Kind of surprised he didn't run it out. But just as well, Cardinals will start at the 20-yard line. Certainly not out of this game yet. Charles Mann gets inside and once again just kind of runs over the Cardinals running back. Cardinals take a timeout to discuss how in the world their running back is made out of what seems to be some kind of paper. But he breaks free, and he, burned! Burned! He is able to torch the Redskins and breaks it out for a Cardinals first down.
Blue 43.
It's good running. Oh, a trick play. But Charles Mann is going to take Chase Buerlein down and sacks him for the first time of the day. 2nd and 16 for the Cardinals. They're going to need to put some magical plays together here in order to set up another set of downs. Charles Mann still on his feet. Redskins able to swarm. 7-yard loss. Cardinals once again showing they're not entirely sure which way their plays are supposed to be going, as they have made play after play of going the wrong direction. Oh, fakes Charles Mann out. Is able to get the ball away. Charles Mann with a hand in the air. Completes the pass to Jones. Showing that they do, in fact, know which way the end zone is, but not enough for a first down, and the Cardinals were forced to punt. Always dangerous to give this Redskin team the ball back with any time left. Closes out the first quarter there, rather. Mitchell not able to do anything against freaking Roadrunner. Oh no, that's the second quarter. We go into halftime 10-0. Phoenix, 5 runs for -3 yards and a total of 10 passing yards for 1 first down versus Washington 6. They will, however, get the ball back. And they'll see if they can close that gap. Not able to make it out to the 20, but a respectable return nonetheless.
Round 52, round 52.
We'll see if the pep talk was able to get this Cardinals team back on track. Gets the pass off just in the nick of time, but was clearly aiming for the cheerleaders, and they have their hands full of pom-poms. We're not able to bring the ball in. It is second down for the Cardinals, and a quarterback with a name so long it doesn't even fit on the screen. Oh, Charles Mann on his butt, wondering what the heck happened, where he's going. Still, the rest of the Redskins team is able to shut the run down. Bierlein back to pass. All the time in the world. Throws complete. Going to be a first down.
First down.
At the Cardinals' 40-yard line. Just shy of the Cardinals' 40-yard line, excuse me.
Blue 43, blue 43.
Another trick play by the Cardinals. Will it pan off? It's a flea flicker. All the way down, and no! Unable to come up with it. But it did get the Cardinals fans on their feet. You can't hear them because of how insulated the audio is, but Redskins showing blitz, and they're able to make it in. Bierlein sacked. Caught blindsided by Carl Banks. That's right, Carl Banks, who used to be on the Giants but was traded to the Redskins 1 or 2 seasons prior. Hasn't really shown a whole lot of... And once again, Charles Mann on his butt is going to get up just in time to make a play on the ball. 6-yard loss, Cardinals going to have to punt it away. 4th and 25, deep in their own territory. Redskin defense holding up pretty well after what looked to be a rough start. Ooh, after a close one, punt is away. Really great punt. Mitchell only able to make about a 5-yard return before he's brought down just past the 20. Redskins hoping to get some offense here, hoping to show off some of their aerial assault. Rippon drops back. Blitz does not come, and Rippon is going to air out for Ricky Sanders, who, wow, must have been a miscommunication there. Rippon must have thought he was coming back for the ball. Sanders nowhere near it.
Blue 43.
Embarrassment is evident. Everybody's face is as red as their jersey. Let's go for Sanders. Sanders, completed pass. Sanders showing that speed that he is kind of known for somewhat, but apparently not in this game. But does make it to midfield for another Redskin first down. Rippon drop back to pass again. No pressure, plenty of time. Throws it out to Biner. Biner open to the 30, the 35. Brought down just shy at the 35-yard line. Redskin moving the ball with great tempo, with great purpose.
Round 52.
Running the ball right up the gut. Ernest Biner sees a little bit of daylight, not able to capitalize, but does get a gain of 4 yards on the play.
Blue 43.
Redskins threatening. Wide open is Harry. Touchdown, Washington! Rippon again, whipping the ball through the air with the greatest of ease with his ginormous arms. And Lohmiller puts in the extra point, putting Washington up 17-0 and putting the game all but out of reach. Lohmiller to kick. Bailey to receive. Bailey with a first return of over 35 yards. Deep in his own end zone, though, opts for the safe play, the touchback. And that'll put The Cardinals on their own 20-yard lines with 4 seconds left in this third quarter. Down 17-0. The defense swarms. The ball is off. And it is batted away by the Redskins defense. Second down. And 10 for the Phoenix Cardinals.
Red 24. Red 24.
Cardinals came out pretty hot, both on offense and defense. Well, as hot as they can be with 0 points on the scoreboard. Are able to move the ball 3rd down and 1. Threatening to put together some kind of drive this time around. Charles Mann laid down, and they're able to push it up the gut. Hurst for a first down. 2-yard gain. Not a lot, but just enough.
Red 24.
Another hand. Oh, fake! Oh, but it is not fooled. Not fooled at all. Rick Graff says, no, sir, I know your shenanigans. Able to bring down Bureline, even though Charles Mann clearly was juked off his ankles. Cardinals putting the ball on the ground again. Not able to get past Charles Mann. Brings back after a gain of only 1. Brings up 3rd and 17. Cardinals will most assuredly be going for it on 4th down if they're not able to bring it home here. Another fake pass, but Mann was wise to it. Brings down Bureline for a significant sack. 8 yards at least, I'm guessing. 9 yards, good gravy. And Cardinals have to go for it, but they need a Hail Mary just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not looking good for them, but Charles Mann doing somersault backwards. Rick Graff once again stepping in to fill the gap and shutting down any hope the Cardinals had of getting the ball in the air. Redskins now have the ball on the Cardinals 10, threatening another score. Lots of options. Mark Ribbon chooses to throw to the sidelines. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 7 for the Redskins. 3:12 left on the clock. Viner finds a hole, finds daylight. Touchdown! Oh, Washington Redskins. Love you, Mom. Will Miller. Oh, barely makes the extra point. Puts Washington up 24-0. At this point, it is completely irrelevant. 3 minutes and 3 seconds left on the clock in Tecmo time. Probably about a minute and a half in our time. Certainly not enough time for 4 possessions, which is really what this Cardinals team needs to pull this game out. They go with their tried and not true end around. And once again, showing they're not entirely sure which way they're supposed to be running the ball. 2nd and 19. So despite a great defensive effort early on that held the Redskins to 10 points in the first half, the Cardinals have just fallen apart here and just making it away from a safety. 3rd down and 20. Cardinals may just want to start going home to avoid what's about to happen. The blitz. Oh, and he evades the entire team. Oh my gosh, Bureline with the play of the game, making it out to the 9-yard line, evading at least 12 defenders. At least 12 defenders. Slipping away and robbing the Redskins of a safety that most certainly should have been theirs. And they air it out, and once again, using that method of catching the ball that involves squishing it between your hands or your forearms, proving to be not as reliable as some players seem to think. Viner not able to close the gap, but is chiseling away at that defensive line. Gets the ball at the 10 and is going to walk into the end zone for the 2nd time in 2 possessions. Touchdown, Redskins. And they may very well be, well, actually, no, they're still 20 or 21 points shy of their high water mark they set in their first game of the season, rather. Redskins probably should have gone for an onside kick there. Why not? Clearly the Cardinals will back themselves up to their own end zone regardless.
Blue 48! Blue 48!
Charles Mann, not fooled by the handoff, chases the quarterback down, and he's going to be fought off by the offensive line. Somehow that works. And the Cardinals are able to gain a yard on the play before they are brought down. Charles Mann breaks free of his tackler, or the lineman opposing him. This announcer clearly is pretty much at his limit for casting games for today. And once again, the blitz is thwarted by a quick thinking from Berline, and they gain more yards. The Cardinals gain more yards when they are facing a blitz that should actually completely wreck them than they do on plays where they have all the time in the world. There's something completely wrong in Phoenix, but it does not matter because the Redskins are going to win the game handily, holding the Phoenix Cardinals scoreless in a 31-0 massacre. Closing out the second week of our season here. Redskins able to put together some good passing yards, 194, 29 yards on the ground. Ernest Biner held to an average of about 2 yards a carry, 3 yards a carry-ish. Phoenix, 16 for 6, an abysmal rush total. Would have been 16-1 had Beerline not been able to scramble for those 5 yards out of the end zone. Phoenix also getting those few passing yards, only 4 first downs, and that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to be peppering these in. Like I said, I'm hoping to get back to Diddy Kong Racing, and I've got a whole list of other games that people want to see. Castlevania is on the list, as is... oh, nuts. Jay Shades had Castlevania... Majora's Mask. That one is going to require an expansion pack for the 64, which at this point is not cheap. They're running between 50 and 60 bucks. So I'm going to have to wait off on that one just a little bit until I can afford to do that, probably after the holidays. But definitely want to close out Diddy Kong Racing, and we'll see some other games. But just before the NFL season is over, I'd like to finish off the season with, in Tecmo Super Bowl, just thrilled to be able to play this on the original hardware. Got a Super Nintendo for the first time in years, and just a heck of a lot of fun, and yeah, just really enjoying the process. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.